Hello, good evening. It is September 1st. Can't believe that. This is our school committee meeting, and we'll start by reading our vision statement. The Ashland Public Schools is a forward-thinking district that cultivates the academic and social-emotional growth of each student through a supportive, collaborative, innovative, and challenging environment. Students will develop into self-motivated, resilient, lifelong learners who embrace their role as responsible contributors to a global community. This meeting is not being recorded by WACA Cable TV, but Mr. Adams is recording it for future use. Our order of business this evening, we have a call to order, agenda review and adoption, public comment. We will not be doing new staff introductions. We'll do that at our next meeting. New high school club, the CARES team, review and approve club advisor stipend, proposal to add additional student council advisory position at AHS, student activity accounts, bank reconciliations, school committee goals for 2022-2023, which I'm going to ask the committee if it's okay that we do that first, change the order a little bit. Equity audit and strategic plan update, approval of minutes from July 25, 26, 2022, warrant approvals, assistant superintendent update, member updates, and then we'll adjourn. So I'll take the roll call and ask you guys if you're all okay with the order of business, as well as the changing to the school committee goals to be item number 1. So Aaron Williams, Gina Catanides,
Yes.
Mark Terry,
Yes.
and yes for me. Mr. Kendall is absent this evening. So
When we speak, I think we all have to unmute.
yeah, because the microphones aren't working.
Right.
So I'm going to ask Tina first. We had a retreat this summer where we spent some time talking about school committee goals, and the next assignment was for Tina to put some of those thoughts together so we can continue our discussion.
Yeah, when you're ready, Tina.
Sure. So, are we echoing? There we go. As Lori mentioned, as part of our retreat this summer, we discussed our school committee goals because we're going through the strategic planning process, and we've also recently done the equity audit. We discussed the outcomes or the data we've gathered so far from those processes and looked at our goals from last year to update them. Many of them are basically moving kind of the next step in each goal that was already there. There aren't drastic changes, but kind of changes, we as a committee discussed taking the next step in each one of these initiatives. So I updated the language to reflect that. So we now just need to take a look at it and see if it captures our discussion, if we want to make any changes.
All right, let's hear it.
So I will confess that I had trouble accessing
Okay.
that because of the Google Drive, and I didn't get permission in advance to look at it. So I'm going to
Wanna
look over
review?
Tina's shoulder here.
Sure, and I
Well,
don't
just-
necessarily have to vote on
Yeah.
anything tonight if people need more time to digest, but at least to hear, what you summarized from our discussion.
Do you want to just do a quick sort of summary of it?
Sure, yeah. Am I still on mute? Let me just check.
You're good.
I'm good? Okay, I'm not on mute. Okay, I'm losing everything. Hold on. So, the first goal really was updated to basically state, and I apologize because I don't have last year's goals in front of me, but I'm just working off of the language for the new proposed goals, but are basically to use the findings of our strategic planning process and the equity audit to use that data and information to move forward and assess the continuing needs of the district and the things that we want to focus on. And from those, creating a strategic plan. Creating that document outlining the anticipated changes and long-term goals of the district, in essence, and also taking steps to incrementally commit resources to make those goals a reality. Also, developing, updating, and maintaining policies that support equitable education for all students. This is very, very similar to last year's. It's kind of continuing that initiative. And really, there's a line about the policy subcommittee reviewing policies, which has been an ongoing effort, but taking the feedback from the equity audit that we just had done to continue that effort as well. Continuing to prioritize the adoption and integration of SEL. That's obviously a core commitment in our district, and we'll continue to have that be one of our goals. And also continuing to provide an excellent, equitable, and current academic curriculum. infused with social emotional competencies. This goal number 4, is also very similar to last year. It's kind of continuing, our goal of staying informed about the curriculum and staying engaged in the conversation about that. And to make sure that we are aligning our goals and district-wide around that. The other 2 are very, very similar from last year as well, continuing to adopt policies and budget positions to attract, develop, and retain high quality and diverse staff. And then collaborating with the Director of Communications on how to develop and improve our school committee communications, which has been something that, I think has been a goal for a while, and the district as a whole has taken so many steps towards it. And so continuing to work on, our communication as a committee.
Anybody have any feedback, especially you, Erin, if your time is short? Anything missing, anything you want to add, anything that doesn't feel like it belongs there based on our discussion? Any comments?
That was a great job. Listening to the discussion, Tina. I think it's great.
Likewise. And I mean, I think because this is based on a conversation that all 5 of us had over a couple of days, I think it's okay to vote on it.
There's nothing in here.
But unless anyone feels differently about that, I think we can take the motion.
I have placed the goals here too.
Yeah.
If you're just looking for those,
Chris, can you mute? And it was Paul given an opportunity to.
Was Paul given an opportunity to review the document? And
it was in the package.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you may or may not. Okay. I'm ready forward with it.
Is that a motion?
I move to approve the goals as presented for the 22-23 school year.
Second.
All in favor, Erin?
Aye.
Tina?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Aye. Excellent, that's done. Okay.
New high school club, the CARES team, review and approve club advisors stipend.
Kelly, you on here?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am.
Can you explain the new club, the CARES team?
I thought that had been approved a couple of years ago. That is our equity team.
Oh,
Is there a new stipend or?
yes.
Okay. So yeah, Kelly and I spoke, and I think there's, at one point, you just needed to approve the account last time. The stipend itself was already approved last year. So I think this can come off the list.
Okay, there's no action that we need to
Correct.
take.
I think they just created a club. They didn't create an account right away when they started the club.
Okay, great, thanks. It was just unclear. Okay.
All right, that's done. And then proposal to add additional student council advisory position at AHS, a second co-curricular position.
You want to speak to that, Kelly?
Yes, I'd be happy to. So as you know, our student council does quite a bit and is very involved in everything we do at the school, raises a lot of money to support school needs, and has 100 up to 150 students at a time involved, doing activities almost weekly in terms of meetings with the officers and the events that they plan. So Mr. Wixer, who has been the advisor for years, has proposed getting some support for all of the work that he's done. And I understand there's been some discussions about, supporting that extra person. So we are hoping that Ms. Thompson, who is one of our other math teachers, would be approved to come on board.
And Chris, you've worked with Michelle on determining the stipend amount?
Yes.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions or concerns about that? I think we can take the motion. It's gonna be you two making the motion.
Mhm.
So it's still to approve the second co-curricular.
Yes.
Correct.
Document and all that
I
stuff.
know.
All right, good. So I move to approve
WACA.
I move to approve the additional student council advisory position at AHS.
Second,
All in favor, Tina?
aye.
Mark?
Uh,
And I. That passes.
ask Erin.
For me
too.
Whether Erin's still on here. You want to ask her?
Yeah, aye for me too.
Okay,
Aye for me too.
thanks, Erin.
Did we want to just open it up for public comment just in case, because we didn't take a
Yes,
chance to
thank
do
you,
that?
Tina, for reminding me. I don't see anybody here in the room who would make public comment, but if there's anybody online who would like to comment, I did not give you time for that. And I apologize.
Okay.
Okay,
seeing
seeing
none,
none, we'll get back to our business. The student activity accounts, the bank reconciliation. Is that you, Chris?
It is, this is our quarterly reconciliation from the prior quarter.
I'm sorry, I need to say, because Paul Coppin just told me that the school committee members need to mute.
It's just because you guys are so close to each other. So you're getting feedback. So I think if you just mute and then, when you need to speak, then I think you'll be fine.
So this is a quarterly reconciliation. I've reconciled the 3 months prior. So it's a standard reconciliation. Happy to answer any questions, but it's everything looked fine. We're balanced. No, I believe quarterly you vote for that. You approve.
So I will move to approve which quarter is it? Student activity bank reconciliation for the quarter ending June 30th.
Not hearing anybody else, but aye from me.
We're not quite there yet, or okay. So just to restate the motion, move to approve the student activity account bank reconciliation for the period ending June 30th, 2022.
Second,
And then all in favor, Aaron? Are you there, Aaron? Oh,
Aye for me.
Aaron, are you in favor?
Yep, aye for me.
Tina?
aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Aye.
plan update.
So the only thing I'm doing as an update here is that the final report has come in from the equity audit. We will be reviewing that. It just came in this week. And the strategic plan update is we had a workshop this evening. We've got a couple more workshops coming up. So again, our goal is to actually get the strategic plan and the equity audit enveloped into the strategic plan, hopefully by having a final document in the January timeframe. That was really the goal tonight, just to let folks know it's still on the radar. We had a good discussion at our admin retreat a week ago on both these documents, and we look forward to bringing that together with the school committee.
Thanks, Jim. Okay, approval of minutes from July 25th, 26th. Does anybody have anything? Tina, Mark, Aaron?
Nope, don't have anything.
I'll move to approve the minutes of July 25th, 2022.
25th and 26th from the
25th and
the workshop.
26th.
Second,
All in favor, Aaron?
Aye.
Tina?
aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Aye. And
Warrant approvals. Paul's not here. I think he's the only.
Warrant
person.
approvals will be moved to the next meeting.
Do we have an assistant superintendent update?
Sure, great open.
Paul.
We had an excellent opening. Our first 2 days of professional development with staff went very well. Principals were able to do some building-based work. I know at the middle school, they did some work with ADL. We had some training around iReady, an iReady initiative that we're going to be bringing to the Warren Elementary School, the Mendez School, and the middle school, which will help us in assessing students in math to really, give us more data-based decision-making in math, which is great. The preschool students are not in just yet. They'll be coming in next week. And Ms. David's the staff has been doing a lot of professional development there, and our kindergartners will be joining us on Tuesday. So we are ready and rolling.
Excellent. Kim, do you have a report?
Sure. Just really the beginning, obviously, of the school year in earnest started with teaching staff coming back, as Mike said, Monday and Tuesday with some good professional development. The last 2 days, it was exciting to have students in our buildings. And while we've had, a couple hiccups here and there with our transportation, overall, I think we're in a way better position than we were last year at this time, where buses were running routinely 20 to 25 minutes late. I think even at the high school and the middle school, those combined routes, we've seen a couple buses each day be anywhere between 1 and 4 minutes, 1 and 5 minutes off, which isn't bad in the first couple days. So thank you to the principals and the work you're doing to try to improve the efficiency of our transportation. I would say, I'd be remiss if I didn't have our admin team here just to introduce themselves to the group tonight. Obviously, we didn't have the new teachers here because it is backed up against a 4-day weekend, but we do have a couple new administrators you've met, but maybe not the whole community. So why don't I just actually have all of the administrators introduce themselves who are here tonight. I will call your names. I don't know what order you're in on your own screen. So Kelly.
Kelly St. Clair, principal of the high school.
Sarah.
Hi, everyone. Sarah Davidson, preschool director at Pitaway.
Pete.
Hello, everyone. Pete Regan, principal at Warren Elementary School.
Dave.
Dave DeDrama, principal of the middle school.
Christy.
Christy Arnold, director of the English Language Education Program.
Chris.
Good evening, Chris Matthew, Director of Finance and Operations.
Brittany.
Brittany Smeltikop, Director of Student Services.
Jenna.
Good evening, I'm Jenna Lareniga, Principal of Mendez.
Jen.
Jen Cutler, Director of Counseling and Social Emotional Learning.
Stephen.
Stephen Marks, Athletic Director.
And Esmer.
Esmer Gasas, Media and Communications Director.
Great. Thank you, everyone. And thanks for. And who? Oh, Paul Carpenter, where are you?
I'm right here.
Oh, there you go.
Paul Carpenter, Director
You're
of
at the top.
Technology.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good to see you, Paul. Thanks. Thanks for really helping tonight. Oh, Michael Kyra.
Michael Kyra, Assistant Superintendent.
So, as Mike mused, the only other component I wanted to talk about a little bit was, again, we're talking about transportation and registration, and I want to say thank you to our staff, Tamara, Leela, and Karen Johnson, for the work they're putting in with registrations as well as transportation. We've had on average since Monday, probably about 40 different bus routes and stops and registrations that had to occur every day, including today. We had just under 30 changes to bus routes. Partly folks who have not registered, new registrants, new enrollees in the school system. And I think, they're all three are pretty stressed out and working hard. And I can't thank them enough. Hopefully by next week, it'll settle down a little bit where we can, focus on really just tweaking a few routes here and there, but I'm quite pleased with where we are. We have a couple buses that especially with the older kids, the middle and high school, that are packed. And we're certainly looking at, do we move a couple students here, move a couple students there to relieve some of the pressure. But statistically, I think it's important to note that Pre-pandemic, we had 1,930 students riding the bus. And this was the same, the 3 route system. During the pandemic, we had 1,300 students riding the bus. And we actually were later getting to school in the middle and high school. I don't think we were ever on time, like all the buses. We currently have, as of today, this afternoon, just under 1,767 student riders, which is, not still at that 1,900 level. And we have more students now than we had during the pre-pandemic time period. But it's interesting to see the middle school and the Mendez school have about 73% of the population riding the bus. The Warren school is at 63%, and the high school only has about 48% of the students riding the bus. So Jen, I have a lot of good hope that Mendez, that means only 27% are being driven. So Concord Street might actually get better over the next couple of days. And Dave, hopefully you're seeing that more students are riding the bus, and even the traffic pattern at the middle school is going to get more smooth as we continue on. So that's really just the update I have. It went well. Thank you everyone here for making it smooth. We've got work to do. We've got to tweak some things with registration, with busing, and but we'll do that. And I'm really confident and comfortable with our team that we can make things work here in the next couple weeks.
Jim, can you speak to?
As of today, good question. I had printed that out just like Prem. I left it, but I have it. I have it right here.
Maybe it's in Prem's folder.
It's in Prem's folder. Actually, I did run it before we. Am I on mute still? I'm unmuted. I ran it before we came. So as of today, we have 2,800 students, not including pre-K. Sarah, what are you up to? About 78?
Yeah, I think just around 80. We're still waiting on some paperwork.
So we're looking at 28, 2,900 students again, right around that same, including pre-K. The biggest delta, we're down 38 students total from last year, end of last year. We're 57 students down from end of the year at 229 kindergartners. We have 172 as of this afternoon. So there's still a huge, Pete and I had this conversation today. We don't know where they are, but that being said, we are still seeing, thank you for adding that second grade teacher. Pete would tell you that. We're up 7 more kids from that large group last year that in first grade. We're at 244 students right now. So that the average class size is still 22 because we have, 11 teachers in that grade level. So thank you for that. And the teachers have commented as Mike and I walk through the buildings routinely. Thank you. Thank you for adding those positions. It's really helping at 22 students per class. We still have wiggle room should more kindergartners show up. And again, kindergarten starts next week. So I think we anticipate more kindergarten students coming. But to the tune of 20 more students, I don't think so. But that being said, that's where we are. We have 2 classes in the district that are above 230. That's the 244 second grade, and Dave has, as of today, this afternoon, 239 at the 8th grade level. And that was a class of 241 at the end of last year. So if kindergarten was where it would normally be, we would be right exactly where I anticipated. We're 2 students ahead of what NESDAQ thought we would be. And that's, again, they anticipate 195 kindergarten students. So that's enrollment as of today. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're on member.
We are. Yeah.
Who's got an update? Anybody?
I know we're just getting started
I
here.
would say it's been so long since we had the summer retreat, which was, I thought, a very productive meeting.
Yes.
Obviously it led into the goal discussion we had and the strategic plan and equity audit that we have ongoing conversations on. I don't think I have anything else besides that.
Yeah. The only other thing I would say is it was really amazing to be in the building on Monday as all of the entire staff, all of the teachers were there. That's my first year on the school committee of being there on that first day. And it was just really, it was amazing to just feel their energy, their excitement, their, back to school nerves that everybody, that just, it was really cool to have everybody in the same building. And I think it was a really nice kickoff.
Agreed.
Excellent. Erin, are you still there? And do you have anything if you are?
I was sorry to miss the opening day, but I had a work commitment I couldn't get out of. But that's all I had. Just welcome to all the new staff and can't wait to work with you all.
Sarah. Okay, that's it. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Erin?
Aye.
Tina?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Thank you all, everyone. Hope you have an excellent start.
Start to the.
Have a good long weekend, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.